Now in part 8, we got the Brindleby Ranges. We got up on top of the hill and we had a good look around. And you know what? I can't wait because tomorrow we're going to go out and try some of the hardest tracks there are to do in the Flinders Ranges. In fact, we're going to head over to the Goats track, which is supposed to be really full on. But meanwhile, I just wanted to test out the old LightForce lights, and they're working an absolute treat. Get a load of the difference between the rooftop light bar, the spotties, and the Ignite lights, which are anything but dull. Anyway, tomorrow we're in for some huge four-wheel driving, so tonight I reckon we better feast like kings. Time for a cook-up. It's a beautiful night here in the Flinders, so we're going to cook a lamb roast, which is kind of fitting because this is a sheep property. Big shearing shed over there, shearing quarters over here. This is going to be really simple, and when I was cooking for shearers, I could never make something quite as easy and tasty as this. Mostly because we just didn't have the ingredients, but you know, they still used to come out all right. One of the things I'm going to do different this time is use one of the Hillbilly ovens, because we've got one here that we borrowed from Mr. Hillbilly, and it's kind of travelled along with us. I'll have to give it back to him later. But listen, meanwhile, come and have a look at this, because it's not very often you get a chance to see genuine shearers' quarters. Come and have a look. Now, as you can see, you know, it's been here a long time. Walls chucked together with sandstone rock. 20. There's at least room here for a team of 20, which is probably 2 teams, to be honest. That's a lot. And over here on the wall, we got a dingo trap. There's a fireplace at that end. They even got a TV these days. It's awesome. And through here, this is where your modern shearer's cook gets to do his thing. And let's start out with a hugely thick wall. But this is a great big beautiful space. As you can see, you know, it's a bit of a mix match of old furniture, and it's nearly always furniture that was in the farmhouse at some stage. This is a beautiful old piece. It's probably 1950s or 60s, but inside, I guarantee, I thought we would, look at that. There's treeing, knives, forks, spoons, about 10 million of them. All sorts of different types. Some new, some old. And you know what happens on a sheep station like this? Look at that, a whole drawer of spoons. And some of them are beautiful. They're really old because you never throw anything away on a station like this. This is so simple, it's not silly, really. Honestly, watch this. This is the Hillbilly, okay? It's spun steel. It's a whole lot different to cast iron. Obviously, as soon as you hit fire with this, it's going to heat up. It's going to have hot spots, but then it's got the ability to heat up really quickly too. So you can take advantage of that. What we're going to do is put that in. That's a trivet, which gives it a little bit of space at the bottom. I'm going to put some water in. That should do. And, because I can, because I've got this bottle floating around the back of the truck, it's not doing a lot, I'm going to put some red wine in. How swish is that? Look at this fella here. He's quite happy. Yeah, for sure. That is what you get when you ask for a leg of lamb at a butcher's, not a supermarket. All right, this is red wine and garlic, which is just something I bought at the supermarket. Master Foods. Bung heaps on though. That's the trick, all right? This is something my little brother showed me how to do. It's typical of him, you know, like it's really simple. Well, yeah, Nico, I hope you're watching this. Now, next stage, take this to the fire. Later on, what we're going to do, Paulie's been chopping up some spuds and onions over here, and this ring just sits in the top there, just like that. So, we'll put a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, maybe a bit of flour, we'll see how we feel, on the veggies. Scatter them into the ring when the meat's about an hour into it maybe, and it'll cook perfectly. Wait and see. I don't want the Hillbilly to sit right on that, you know. I'm not really used to it. This is only the first, second, third time I've used one. And so I'm going to put a bit of a grid over it, just lift a bit of that heat off. We'll just put it together. Dead easy, just make sure the slots line up. This is a real good Aussie invention, I reckon. Hold the lid on too. We'll come back in about 3/4 of an hour and have a look. Okay, now I think we're about halfway through the process. So it's time to do up the veggies, and that's going to be really easy. I've just got them in a tray. Paulie cut up all the spuds into beautiful 40cm size pieces, which you'd expect from Paul. It's 40 everything with him. And in it goes, a bit of salt. Just give that a bit of a stir. That'll do it. Move that in. Oh yes, oh yes. That is just about perfect. A little bit more red wine and garlic stuff on it. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, in goes the ring. Dead easy. And there goes the veggies. Now, a few of them have fallen down, and you know what? I don't think it'll make any difference. I think they'll just be the crispy bits. All I've got to do now, bung the lid back on and we're away. We get a few more coals. I've got a few ashes there too, that's good. That won't hurt. Build the fire back up. Roughly, tonight, 2 to 3 beers. Normally, 4 beers, okay? If you got your timing right, you're going to enjoy your roast. It's smelling pretty good, so I'm thinking it's done. And then we'll whip it off and see how it turned out. And this is the best thing about one of these hillbillies, you know. Being spun, it's light. Most of what I'm picking up is just the weight of what's in there. That's what you want. Oh, look at that. Spuds are done perfectly. Oh, the onions have just got that little bit of black on them that makes them beautiful. I think there's going to be a few down here that are maybe, no, they're not at all. That looks glorious. Okay, we'll get this plated up and we'll see what lamb, simple style, out the back of the shearers' quarters can taste like. You know what? Under a starlit night like this in the Flinders Ranges, it's just going to be awesome. It's perfect. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I've got to tell you, even I'm impressed with that. Beautiful. You can see the juice just coming out. That is going to be insanely tasty. Oh. Fantastic. Fantastic. You know how good it is? You watch this. Would you like to try some of this? When the cameraman starts to dribble on the table, that's when it's time to feed him. When I was a kid, that's what we did. We ate lamb 3 times a day, and then Australia sort of changed, and you know, all these people came in with all sorts of different food, and I remember seeing spaghetti for the first time when I was about 11, you know, and ever since then we've had this world of tastes. And you know something? At the end of the day, the old Aussie tuck is as good as it gets, isn't it? That's right. Subscribe to the Roothy channel and check out part 10. where Milo 2 finally gets a diff locks in. Same time, same channel. Milo 2, brought to you by the best names in the business and a whole bunch of my mates helping out.